today with our first spontaneous live building session. And I was actually, building, coding. I'm not really coding anymore. I'm mostly using AI to write everything for me. So that's that. Still needs a lot of oversight though. So glad I'm a professional. Kind of. That being said, I have my Coke ready, and I hope that we can get some code ready too. And I'll try to not drink as much of the Coke because it's not beneficial for streaming, I learned. But still, I need some caffeine. Even if we had like 1 hour more today, I'm still kind of hungover, and I'm not even like drinking. So we had a lot of travel, a lot of checking on the kids lately while traveling. It's always a bit more serious. So yeah, what are we up to today? Let me quickly get this. Oh, maybe new window. Open a folder. Give me a second to invite you into what we are doing today. Okay. Open. No. Let me create a new repository. I hope this works. Oh, I really have to rebuild my setup because there's the camera and I'm sitting a bit like off center. Like the camera is a bit off center. That's like when the keyboard isn't. But moving it to the sides, not perfect either. Well, let's try it like this because we need some more typing this time. Okay, I initialized a new Git branch. Let's see. Let's keep it local for the moment. And let's see that we can add these two. So Jesus Christ, no, that's not what I wanted. What I wanted to do is I actually have a product by myself, which is called Timeless AI. And one part of what we do is actual pretty cool document processing. So I'm actually trying to... wait a second. Let's directly share with you and I'll show you what I'm doing. So, there we go. Okay, so actually I'm building a new document pipeline for our app, or I let it build basically. The new Claude model and O1, both of them kind of awesome, not gonna lie. I'm just think that this, give me a second. I'll be better prepared next time, I promise. So, what are we going to do? So I have a product called Timeless AI, which takes basically any document and makes a tutorial from it. And for said product, I still use a lot of Adobe's APIs for PDF processing, and I try to get rid of them. So that's how we came to this. So now let me do the following. create a git ignore file for everything except the Python files. Interesting. Okay, so I'm actually really bad at all this git ignore stuff. So ignore everything, but not Python files. Okay, that's a whitelisting solution. I like that. So accept all. And yeah, worked actually pretty well. So what are we doing here? Anyways, so I have 2 new functions. I'll just notice that I cannot show this to you live. That's unfortunate. Okay, we quickly, new folder, temp, throw this in there. Move. Okay, I actually cannot show you the file I was testing with. So give me a second. This one is also not for live showing anything. So, okay, this one we delete, move to trash. Okay. I think there is an extension which like hide env. I think there is an extension that hides your envs in case you accidentally click on them. So that's syntax highlighting. Auto cloaking. Oh yeah. Extension, search for .env, select official.env and install. Usage, it just works. Open your, and there will be now will be syntax highlighting. But will it be cloaked automatically? Cloak. Secret peeking. Hover your mouse. Okay. Now let me just quickly try this out. Just works, yeah, you say? Oh yeah, I like that. Okay, cool. Our secrets are safe. That's a win. I take that. Okay, so back to where we started. So I'll created 2 Python functions. The one here is complementary to the big one here. I think I have to quickly change to, yeah, okay. So, and let me quickly open a new file with project.md. So what we're doing is doing a processing PDF files to Markdown and subdocuments. Wow, this was an auto-completion that no one could have guessed. Yeah, so that's what we are doing. And the process is basically extract the table of contents from the PDF file, split the PDF file into subdocuments, and convert each subdocument to Markdown. Right now, the splitting part is not in here, and that's what we want to do for the first part of the stream. Yeah, I'll just take you along the ride so that everyone can see how you can actually build stuff that's, not coded by yourself, but by the AI. We will be using mostly Claude Sonnet, the new one, 3.5, which was released this week. Yeah. Okay, so what have we done up until now? Let me quickly commit this. So that's one thing, like really, really commit the messages, like the everything you have. Like if you have a working state, which you're like satisfied and you want to keep working on it, like commit it first, makes it easier to revert. Because sometimes like AI stuck in a loop and doesn't get things wrong, and like you are not able to recall this properly, then you're screwed basically. So yeah. Also quickly open here this one. Yeah. Okay, cool. Now let's initial commit. So this already works. I think I have somewhere Microsoft documentation downloaded, which I could throw in here. I mean, like, it's a 5,000 page image, and we have no table of contents. Is there any documentation React? Okay, that's not gonna work. To show you the PDF processing, we would have needed PDF in the first place. Okay. Is there anything I can do? File examples, download. Video files, documents. I need PDF document. Okay. Let's do something else. I need a file containing a table of contents, images, and for the better part, a lot of pages. Yeah, that was me just not thinking this through. Okay, then let's skip this for now, and let's go back to our Mentor app. So I still have this Onyx CandiDraw. Yeah. Okay. So we have the dynamic. Why did I call it dynamics? No, I don't. Dynamic AI Mentor. What I want to do is the following. I want to have an AI mentor which basically is able to retrieve and generate a lot of information on the fly while figuring out, like in a conversational matter, figuring out that I am the what are my goals and what type of mentor should the AI be. And then the AI goes ahead based on that and builds up a knowledge base based from web content to actually provide the proper feedback or like proper guidance and proper mentoring grounded on the retrieved information. So that's kind of the idea. So what I'm still, and I think the most difficult part will be to actually get from setup conversation. Let me quickly. So to get from the setup conversation, we then get like the the goals and type of mentor, and then we kind of have to break this down and find the right documents. So what I was thinking is if first of all, and that's basically what you have to do always when you try to build something with AI, and even if you're prompting or anything, like try to break down your thing as much as possible. What I lately often do is I open ChatGPT and I chose the O1 model, and I'll basically describe what I wanted to do. So we have this dynamic AI mentor concept, and I now want a definition or like a breakdown on what the actual single parts would be. So let's assume we say, hey, I want to build an AI agent system that in a conversational manner retrieves all the like the goals the user wants to achieve, and also what type of mentoring he or she the user wants to have. Let's assume we already had the conversation. What would be all the sources, all the parts of a well-informed mentor? Because that's what we want. We want the agent to go ahead and create a well-informed knowledge base, which the then like mentor agent could refer to, right? Because the idea is, as we said, that we have the setup conversation and we have goal sessions, and the goal sessions basically mean, okay, now we every like we set up our mentor, and every further talk we have, we like refer to the overall task that our AI has, which is mentoring me to achieve my goals, which involves just the conversation itself, but also like creating tasks, suggesting things, and that's basically the idea. I also might try to narrow this down a bit to actually have a V1 that is fairly simple. Especially, I think the research part will be very simple. But let's try to want to suggest us some of the parts we need to actually build up this knowledge base, to then decide what we will start with. I guess we will do like perplexity search with the API, and then we'll see where we go from there. So I want to build an AI system, agent system, in a conversational manner retrieves the goal the user wants to achieve, and also what type of mentoring the user wants to have. Let's assume we already had a conversation that what would be all the parts of a well-informed mentor. We want to break let's do this. What would be all the parts of a well-informed mentor? To what would be the sources to retrieve if the agent only had web access and no access to paid media or books. Let's just like not overcomplicate this. It's like always with prompting, you have to get into this space of like enough information for it not to be ambiguous, like, or to reduce ambiguity. But on the other hand, you don't want like have as little tokens as possible for actually achieving what you're asking for. So first, all the parts of well-informed mentor. What would be the sources to retrieve the information to build up a knowledge base? The agent only has web access to free content. Knowledge base. Okay. And 3, what would the personality traits be, and how would the goal influence these traits? Please come up with answers to these questions. Don't bother about what anything else. Okay. So we also don't have like unlimited O1 preview calls. So yeah. While he's working, let me quickly explain what we did. Like, okay, we said, okay, we want to build an AI agent system, so that it actually knows like where you're coming from. And like we have now a conversation which we need to take and retrieve all that we need to build up a knowledge base on, and that these are the questions we have, because of course I can't like, but why am I doing this? For example, I was planning out the application. Oh no, not that one. I was planning out a course, and I had everything laid out, and then I just throw it into O1, and O1 came up with like 2 or 3 topics that I just didn't think about. So I'll now find myself often fall back to O1 for just letting general knowledge flow into what I have in mind, so that we can basically bring my view, which is like, I'm a human, I have a really narrow view, and like broader view of the O1 model into merge them together into a better output. So that's the plan, at least. And the way you do it, like, you come up with something yourself, you put it into the O1 model. The O1 model comes up with something. Check the general direction if it's right or wrong. If it's wrong, reprompt it, and then try to iterate on it up until you're done, and then you are back on your own basically, and try to execute. And then I mostly take whatever I want then to like execute on into Claude 3.5 Sonnet, or actually some concepts, and execute on that. So yeah. Okay, cool. So what did we get here? A well-informed mentor embodies several key components that enable effective guidance and support: expertise in the field, practical experience, effective communication skills, empathy and intelligence, adaptability, goal-setting abilities, networking connections, sources to retrieve information for building knowledge base using only free web content. To build comprehensive knowledge base accessible through free web content, the agent can utilize the following sources. So what we don't have, of course, is like real expertise. But what we can do is we can try to get external expertise, like from actual experts, and compile this together into a knowledge base, which we then can use while answering requests. So that's the general idea. Like, because one thing I love about AI is you have this ability to take some knowledge and apply it without needing to learn it by heart. Or some things you just can't learn by heart. Like, of course, you can get all the information yourself and try to read 100 business books, which I did, and try to like just compile the gist of it. But you will fall short to keep up with everything you heard, read, or like, can I tell you all the details about a business book I read 5 years ago? I honestly don't know. Some I do, which were actually pretty good. I'll remember them pretty well, but not all of them. But a lot of them had some interesting information, nonetheless. And yeah, and that's what I love about AI. It's like you can compile all these texts into some general knowledge abilities, right? And then go ahead and take this as your basis. Combine that with the general conversation abilities and like human language capabilities of the LLM, and you might get something that's, at least as long as you can't afford like a top tier mentor, this might be even better than some half baked information you might get from your relatives and stuff. So yeah, and it's not all like I for myself want to have some business coach and someone who holds me accountable. So I want someone to have an edge, to be a bit more rough in the communication, and just like telling me like to not screw up. So I'm doing this for me mostly, but I think can help a lot of people, and also in terms of weight loss. I could imagine this to be helpful as well, where it compiles data, where you can even like guide it to what you think a good way of achieving your goals is, and but you, especially if you look now at business or nutrition, you cannot just like let it generate stuff. You have to ground it into some actual available knowledge. And for that, even like you have to guide, like there's like, I think from top of my mind can like 5 different ways of going by the nutrition path. In the end, like eat better, move more. That's the general consensus. But besides that, there is a lot of, like, some people are swearing on diets. Some people say go fasting. Other people say go and just like eat only meat, or no carbohydrates at all, and all these like completely different ways of achieving the same goal, because surprise, people are different. But yeah, maybe you know already, like me, you know already what worked well for you in the past, but you weren't just able to keep up because you hadn't had anyone to hold you accountable. And then such an AI mentor and with a proper voice interface might be help for you. Something else might be like to get more organized and have like an organization mentor, basically, which helps you organize your tasks and your thoughts, and maybe or have some meditation mentor, which just tries to get you more on the path of spirituality. Maybe it even is able to read you some meditations or something. You know, that there are a lot of applications where I could see a conversational agent with grounded knowledge being a win for anyone. So yeah. Okay, let's see what the sources it came up with. Open educational resources. Look at that. I love this. It even gives you like the links to everything. That's really cool. Wikipedia, government. That's a really good example. I never heard of this. Open educational resources from MIT. nice, really cool. And I guess there are also more free online tutorials, websites, educational YouTube content, and so on and so forth. And then we have the personal traits, and this is how the user's goals would influence these traits. Okay, cool. But here you also see why O1 sometimes needs some iterations, because we went ahead, we had this prompt, and it basically did what we said. But what it basically ignores is that we are in an AI agent system, and I set it to ignore everything else besides the questions. But now we have to take this further and compile it down to our actual use case. So let's go on. Imagine. Let's just go. Imagine you are an engineer that is actually trying to build a dynamic AI agent system that has to account for the it's not. I would love to write a different. Like, imagine you're an engineer that is actually trying to build dynamic AI agent. That allows for you to imagine you're an engineer that is actually trying to build a dynamic AI agent system that allows for you to compile online sources with AI and tool use Perplexity API, for example. Okay, do I write this in English like this? I think it's like to gain access to knowledge that would resemble the knowledge of a well-informed mentor in the desired field of the user's goals. How would you design such a system? Let's try to get some answers, shall we? Imagine you're an engineer that's actually trying to build a dynamic AI agent system that allows for you to compile online sources with AI and tool use to get access to a knowledge base that will resemble the knowledge of a well-informed mentor in the desired field of the user's goal. How would you design such a system? Okay. Yeah, I think that might lead to something. Let's see. User profiling and goal extraction. That's, by the way, important to respect robots.txt and stuff like that. I have one thing I don't like about O1 is look at this answer. That's just too much. Well, actually, the knowledge retrieval engine, information processing, synthesis, process raw data into structured, meaningful knowledge. Use AI models for summarization, abstraction, and constellation. Employ knowledge graphs to map and relate concepts. Apply machine learning algorithms to identify patterns and insights. Let me rephrase our prompt to be a bit more precise. Using Gen AI only and I don't need the concept for the whole application. I just want to plan out the knowledge base building. Can imagine that some. Can I just write KB? Format and architecture would be needed to compile the unstructured research into a reliable knowledge base. Focus on that part only. Just assume you already got the raw conversation data. Raw setup. So I'll try to focus it more on actually getting focused on the part of the knowledge base building, because like we need some structure to start off, and at some point I think we will need to go in there and get our hands dirty. But like this first like structure, schema, stuff like that, like getting the initial version on it, because I also want this for demo purposes to a live audience in like 1.5 weeks. So so I just need like some desirable solution to then like derive a small solution from that. Let's see. Is he still going? Yeah. By carefully planning and implementing knowledge was this. Okay. Let's see what we got. So we have different steps, like define objectives and scopes, use a goal alignment, domain specification, and mentor qualities. Establish the attributes of a well-informed mentor to emulate such as expertise, depth, communication style, and adaptability. Okay. Look, this one is pretty interesting, because looking at that, you already see like, okay, user, like we have a conversation. We just talk to the user like, what is it that you want, by the way? And basically, based on this, you could guide the setup conversation in the first place, right? So because like you go ahead and then you try to retrieve all what you need, like mentor qualities, domain specification, and how this works. Basically, you talk to the user, let him talk, and after he finished talking, you try to achieve a state where this is like these informations have a good state, and then you go on like so. Then you say, hey, thank you, I think I got you. Let me compile some knowledge base, and then we work from that. And that's basically how I want this whole to go down, right? Choose an appropriate knowledge base architecture. Hybrid approach. Combine structured and unstructured data handling to accommodate diverse information types. Knowledge graphs, and vector embeddings. Yes. Scalability. Ensure the architecture supports growth as more data is incorporated. Okay, yeah, that's a bit generic. Data collection AI tool usage. Using AI tools. Automated retrieval. Utilize AI-powered tools to gather information from free online sources. Yeah, we will just... I think for the first step, we just would use Perplexity API. The Perplexity API is actually pretty powerful, because you have a comparatively cheap API, which you can just fire up and on any search request, and then it goes ahead and makes a search and gives you an answer. What I also implemented in my agent testing was a function call which took the query and tried to improve on the query and tried to guess basically what is actually meant. For example, the query is like, I want to build a to-do app, and the actual search query for the Perplexity research might benefit from being a bit more descriptive and a bit more precise on what we want to actually do and what the goals we want to achieve. And therefore, we had an extra function which called GPT-4o or Claude, I don't know, one of the AI models, and iterated on the query. And then it took the better query and then executed on the Perplexity search, then took the search results and handed it over to the other agents. Source selections focus on reputable and authoritative sources to ensure data reliability. Content diversities from various to enrich the KB. Data pre-processing normalization. Text can remove irrelevant information. Language standardization. Format conversations. I think we should also add, like, not only like for the first step, Perplexity API, yes, but like we should also do some web crawling afterwards. Information extraction using NLP. Named entity recognition to identify key concepts and entities. Relation extraction. Use AI models to detect relationships between entities. Okay. Yeah, that's by the way a good thing. Like, if you want to have a proper knowledge base, having relations between different parts of the knowledge base definitely helps. Topic modeling. Implement techniques like latent, Dirichlet allocation to discover underlying topics. Okay. Interesting. Never heard of this, but I'm pretty sure we can implement this somehow. Knowledge graph constructions. We have nodes, we have edges, and we have attributes. Of course, that's classical knowledge graphs. Embedding generation, just semantic vectors. We're good to go for that. Integration of generative AI models. Pre-trained models, domain-specific fine-tuning. Okay, this is still a bit too broad from continuous learning. Oh, this is actually what I'm looking forward to build. I think it's not for version 1, but continuous learning and updating, which like then goes into the knowledge base. But I think it got it a bit too complicated. Okay. Let's say I like the general direction we are going here. But it is still too generic from the whole. But it is still a pretty generic approach. Let's try to distill this. Distill? Oh, this is what E? Distill? Yeah. This further. I have the following remarks. So, I want this thing to, like, I like the objective. I want some executable. I want some executable version. Executable concepts that not too far out and complex. Let's say these are the key parts I want to have in there. I always forget how did he call it? Define objectives and scope. Let's do it like this. So, define objectives and scope. Define a KB schema and format. I want to have you think about. Define objectives and scope. Define a KB schema and format. Define concepts. Define executable concepts for and for formation retrieval and define concepts on how to compile the information down to define the concepts on how to compile the information down to our knowledge base schema, and 5 come up with concepts on how to reference this on every subsequent conversation to help the user achieve his goals. Please focus on the knowledge base creation. Don't use anything fancy. Let's keep it simple with Python. Let's keep it simple with things like SQLite and other basic technologies, because I don't want to go overboard for the first version. Okay, let's see. I'm actually not sure if that's a really good prompt. So identify the domain, list key topics, set boundaries. Define a knowledge base schema and format. Technologies uses guide, language forms. Topics, concepts, resources, FAQs, user progress, schema. Trade database, define. Okay, so identify database, educational website, web scraping, API usage, data extractions. High level categories, concepts. I'm not sure if I'm really satisfied with that. Come up with concepts to refer. So it's query queries to retrieve information based on the user input. Implement functions in the AI agent that take user queries and fetch data from the KV. Use simple NLP data. Map these as queries to concepts. Fetch the relevant content from the KB. Construct responses using templates or simple concatenations. Sorry. Tracking users' progress. Okay. Integrate with the AI agent. Identify relevant concepts. Example flow. User. How do I read CSV file in Python? That's a bad example. Okay. No, I'm not really satisfied with that. How do we go about this now? Let me try to... This is the common goal. By the way, let us quickly... new document. Okay. I didn't see that coming. Darstellung. Okay. Okay, let's go from here. Okay, and this is the common goal. Like my plan now is to give it more context. I think it still didn't get what we were going for, and how could it? We didn't give it a lot of information. So maybe this wasn't the best idea. So this is the common goal. Maybe let me have a quick look. Mentor. Because I have actually some instructions. I would love to not spoil anything. This is a project. Okay, let's see. Maybe that helps. And I'll post the general app layout in there. And let's define executables. Define concepts on how to compile information into Node.js schema. Please come up with a concise concept. Jesus Christ. Concept on how to... Oh, I lost the stream. Where is it? There we go. Could you please come up with a concise concept on how to create the knowledge base path, assuming the rest of knowledge base creation and usage, assuming the rest of the app is already there. Please do not write any code. This is I'm mostly need some overview on the general concept, so then I can decide on how to process the individual parts of it. Okay, let's see. I think this might go badly. Let's see. Because I think I did a bad job in actually describing what I want. And this is always when you have this thing in your mind and you try to describe it, and while describing it, you find yourself in it's already it's too much. Jesus Christ. Okay, let's go through it. Certainly, here's a concise concept outlining how to create and use the knowledge base for your AI mentor application, assuming the rest of the app is already developed. Purpose: build a personalized knowledge base for each user to enable the AI mentor to provide tailored guidance aligned with the user's goals and preferred mentorship style. Okay, that's exactly what we want. Personalization: the KBs should be specific to each user's goals. Identified during the initial setup conversation. Simplicity: use basic technologies like SQLite for storage and simple scripts for data retrieval and processing. Yes. Relevance: focus on collecting information that directly supports the user's objectives. Yes, that's exactly it. Knowledge-based creation, data collection, keyword extraction: analyze the user's goals and mentorship preference to extract key topics and keywords. Simple text processing techniques to identify these keywords. Information retrieval: straightforward methods to search for relevant content online. Simple web scraping or using free APIs. There is also this Firecrawl. Is it Firecrawl? Jeez, Firecrawl, which we could also use. I think I haven't used it yet. Still want to do it. So yeah, I'll think that might be a good alternative to maybe search URLs and then Firecrawl them and see that we compile everything down. The goal is have a bunch of data. Can I actually the goal is to have a bunch of data. This should resemble a cloud. Bunch of data and getting into a knowledge base, basically. Okay, be specific to the user. Yeah, that's actually it. So, set a bunch of data, can be specific to the user. And that's the outcome of it, right? So, okay, data processing. Retrieve the main content from the Geekworks page, data storage, knowledge base table, user ID, topic, source URL. Okay, let's copy this for the moment, because I think the gist of it is not wrong. Now take this. I have this concept, please. Come up with a first base implementation to start from. Let's create a new project, by the way. mentor knowledge base creation. Create a project. Okay. So let's see. What are you working on? Are you fucking kidding me? So, okay. Go again. General concept. Custom instructions. You are chief engineer for an AI mentor app that is able to compile its own knowledge for being a better mentor to the user. Keep always track of our base concept and use the most simple technologies you could think of given the current project state. Please create the base functions for our project. Let's see. I'm not sure if that works actually. Okay. It's using Beautiful Soup. I might have screwed up the. Let me quickly interrupt this. Simple. Not to skip AI. Also use only technology from our product knowledge. I would love to load L and swarms in here, but maybe that's again too much. I think we have a compiled version of the swarms. Swarm UI. Swarm sample. Oh yeah, okay. Okay. Let's upload. Can I drag and drop stuff? Oh, jeez. Swarm readme. Ah, that worked. Nice. Okay. Now we have the swarms library. And simply is not skip AI. His swarms library for OpenAI to orchestrate the AI agents. If you find something with the project knowledge, please try to okay. Let's start creating the general project outline. Only focus on the knowledge base part. Assume that we already have everything else prepared. Okay. Now let's go and see how we can do. Like, let's start creating the general project outline for the knowledge base retrieval. Assume you already get a finished transcript of the users of the setup conversation. Okay. Now so what we did, just to sum it up. So first of all, the goal is to, we have a setup conversation, and then we have the setup conversation, and we want to derive goals and the type of mentor we want, and also the knowledge base that the mentor needs to compile for itself to basically, be a good mentor. Now we went ahead and threw this into a one. We had like pretty long conversation, and now we threw everything into Claude Sonnet 3.5 to actually build stuff out. It's interesting. We have a chat inside a chat. It's like a chatception, basically. Okay, let's see. I'll help you create a project outline for knowledge-based retrieval component using the Swarm framework, keeping it simple while leveraging AI effectively. I like how he just repeats what I said. Let me break this down based on our requirements. This outline provides a solid foundation for implementing the knowledge-based component using the Swarm framework. I've kept it simple by using SQLite for storage, as recommended in the concept document, leveraging Swarm's agent architecture for clear separation of concerns, breaking down functionality into manageable components, focusing on essential features first. Would you like me to elaborate on any specific part of the implementation? We could create the detailed code for any of the agents, develop the specific functions for the knowledge base extraction, and set up the database schema. Okay. I kind of want to do the following, because I don't want to copy back and forth. Let's just create a new window. Open a folder. Let's see, AI mentor. Oh, that's like here. KB creator. Okay, so let's go for that. And what we do now is we create instruct instructions.md, and then we copy over whatever he came up with here, and then we say, no, we cannot do this because we didn't we would need to set up the whole project and everything here. Okay, let's keep it in here then. Still can't do this, but okay, yeah. Please create the yeah. Please start with 1. I'm really interested in what he does in a database. Okay, store knowledge, retrieve knowledge. Okay, that's the basic database stuff. Transfer to researcher, extract topics, analyze goals. So as we had before, the agents basically work like we have a user, you have the request, you have the triage agent, which basically, or like the CO, project manager, call it what you want. And then it goes over and throws stuff into, for example, flight modification or lost baggage, which in and of itself has modifying counsel. And these modifying counsels are functions, and these are agents. So the agent is just an executing AI and has access to functions which it decides itself upon when or what to execute. Okay. I would love him to. Could you please split this into more manageable. It's like this. Okay, manageable. File structure where every agent and every function gets its own file. One thing I still dislike is that's cool. Huh. Okay. It kind of seems like a lot of files. But okay. We drop this one into Cursor then. And please execute. Please create the files with all the contents. Let's see, maybe it works. Agent Pi. Okay, it actually creates a new subfolder, KB system. Do I want this? Oh, let's keep it for now. That's something I really like. It saves so much time because otherwise I would have had to go ahead and create all the files. Now it just does it for me, creates everything. That's pretty cool. I hope it does not hallucinate too much, because then it would basically identify preferences. Okay. Actually not that eager that I like this. This does not seem like it's exhaustive, right? Now with database, agents, extraction. No, this is not exhaustive at all. Okay, reject all. I was not sure if all the files. How many files do we have here? 1, 2, 3. Let's try again. I'm not sure if every file has code. Maybe it's also too large of a request to handle, basically. But let's see. Oh, this is far more. I'm not sure if I want this functions file. No. Let's go for something else. Code for all the files. Please keep all the functions self-contained so that different agents that need similar functions can actually access them without duplications. Yeah. He also said like he left stuff out to still implement. Yeah, get like I'm actually curious, like if we run into any issues with function files. Okay, that's a lot better already. That's a lot better already. Because now we have like the file split up, and I don't have to go into like let's see first of all. Well, we can do this. Agents, database functions. Okay. Utils. Yeah, what I dislike in this code already, but maybe I can have one centralized way to get rid of this. So he just client swarm, client run agent can be messages, response. Okay. Get completion. Where does he use this? Does not use it here. And the functions, of course. Yeah, never mind. Of course, we need completions in there. I would love for it to use the L library, but I'm not sure that this is actually working. Okay, let's go. Okay. Cursor. The following code. Don't change any of the code to just execute on it. Okay, let's see. Good, let's see. Now we have a source folder. That's fine. Okay, so is this right? First of all, here we have connection pi, schema pi. Okay, yeah, let's just assume this is right. Accept. Okay. Now we go again. This is not what we want. This is what we want. Okay. So this is database. Now let's copy, create based on our file structure. Should create the files. Do not change the code. Okay. Nice. Okay, cool. Let's just try to throw in the next files. Same rules. Create these without altering the code. So what we do, and that's basically something I learned with Cursor, is that we have a file structure defined, and that helps him a lot because otherwise he comes up with a lot of stuff and just creates new files in a file structure which just doesn't make any sense. So to contain Cursor a bit in what he's doing, this is actually pretty useful. Okay, now for the last one. Now, same rules. These files, no code altering. Okay. I think, did you create a main? Yeah, there we go. Why is the main... Okay. Swarm, yeah, I think we need to install it. Give me quickly... Swarm. There we go. Pip install. There we go. Yeah, get the wrong one. No SSH for me. Why do I have to? Let me quickly conda create an mentor. Do I have already mentor? No, I don't have it. Conda activate mentor. Jesus Christ. Mentor. So now let's try this again. I always feel like I have a broken Python installation, like with every new machine I have. Because it kind of feels wrong making some sudo activations, installations. Yeah, it just doesn't feel right, honestly. But yeah, that's a problem for another day. I know because I know why I'm not the biggest fan of Python. So, but it got easier to handle since we have AI, right? And and it's pretty easy to read, so that's a win, I guess. Okay, context variables, user ID, session, example. Okay. Now let's go ahead and go ahead, create the files for step 2. Yeah. Okay, cool. Like this is, I'm actually not sure if any of this will work, but I guess we'll find out. In the meantime, I can already prepare cursor. Go back to file structure. I should also ask for an updated file structure. The one cool thing is like it knows my database now inside the project. Goes ahead, creates everything, all the SQL statements. So like, this is like in programming, this was always such a waste of time to actually do all these, like the stuff that basically everyone in this first year was able to program. And you waste so much time on these kinds of things. And I'm really looking forward to never do this again. Okay, so let's see. Maybe we can go about this without needing any file structure stuff. Create these files without altering the code and place them in our file structure as mentioned. Update the files. MD file. Oh, Jesus Christ. Cancel. No. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I should update everything to Dr. Marmeladenjunge. Thanks for getting this to me. You're definitely right. I should update my Twitch. Not even logged in. Nice. Okay, it's still generating. So let's check our profile. Yeah, I should change my stuff into English. Okay. Yeah, so are we ready generating? Let's see. This queries is updated. Yeah, okay, advanced queries. Let's quickly check what we actually like. Function, enhanced topic. Then we have enhanced code analysis. And then we have enhanced preference analysis. Okay. Advanced queries. So what is actually the idea behind that? I'll create the key files needed implementing these. Okay. Create the key files needed for implementing more sophisticated knowledge extraction capabilities, focusing on deep analysis of user conversations and goals. So, deep topic analysis. It's not writing a lot, right? Okay, let's quickly. Okay, let's just accept them all. Let's see, enhanced code analysis has an error. Undefined name JSON. Import JSON. Interesting. Interesting decision. So let's quickly do that. Oh, well, now we're good. Okay. So we have done a lot, but I think the new enhanced functions are not actually part of the whole code, right? Okay. I created everything. Please bring it together now. Okay, my plan for testing this is actually to oh, it even comes up with an example. Okay. And with tests. Yeah, why not? Okay, cool. Integrate these updates to not deviate from the given code. Okay, so sorry, there was a lot of me looking at the screen and not talking to you. So what we have done now is we created the whole system, like we created the concept and we let Claude and Cursor create all the code for that. Cursor even created a sample, so yeah, why not? And also create tests. Let's just quickly. No, these do not alter the code. What I'm fascinated with, to be honest, is that we basically have no errors here in the whole code, and it first of all, like, the compiler does not actually has a problem with any of this, so that's cool. And now let's see, like, this implementation, system initializers, Python setup. Okay. Would you like me to do at monitoring capabilities? Additional cases, how to test this now. What I find interesting is that all these AIs tend to go hard on actually trying to like import some libraries and stuff. Okay. What? Jesus Christ, I think it does not get what I want. Based on what you've done, how would I execute this now? Everything is created and as you have generated. What file to start the test? Interesting. Let me create a simple script that makes it easy to execute. But I don't get why he's running the demo. Okay. Let's go for it. New file, run.py. And let's go. Okay, let's see. One thing I would love to change is this one. I think that should do well. We might need an environment variable though. Can I copy this from the base project? Files, ANV, copy, paste. Oh. Okay. Let's also say git init and accept all. Git init, create git ignore, the usual setup. Okay, cool. Good, clear. So I want to initial commit, and then let's go. Create. No. Python run.py. There we go. Cannot import the name from source database schema. From source database schema. Okay, let's just ask Cursor to fix this. Oh. Okay, so here's what you actually see. Like we have init enhanced database. Don't even know what this is all about. So we go ahead. Let's go to schema. Schema only has init database. Why? Let me quickly have a look. Like that's what I dislike if we have a step-by-step thing and it tries to go in there and to kind of that's crazy. So what has happened? So he created functions and then he created enhanced functions and kind of got wild. So he started with one, he created this whole thing, and he created database files, and the database file has initialize for the common stuff we need for the functions, right? So now we go ahead and like said, okay, create now step 2. And now he, I guess, has some enhanced what is it called? Like init enhanced database. Like let me quickly find this. Yeah. So why the hell do we have a second function, right? Updates to involve the new tables. Okay. Or maybe. Okay, maybe Cursor just didn't do this. Okay, I think we have to do it manually. So yeah, we get rid of this one. Because that's just dumb. It also is dumb that we have a demo and then we have the main function doing the same demo, which is kind of weird. So let's see, in a database. Yeah, that's definitely not the enhanced version. That looks better. Oh no, this is not like this is actually additional. Wait a second. So okay, we have this and then we have the enhanced function that is actually calling both of them. Okay, never mind. Should read, yeah, always read the contents. Okay. But I'm actually a bit torn, because like, why didn't he? Yeah, there it is. Jeez, I don't like this when you do that. Advanced queries, okay, but like, keep the schema where it is. Like, it should be all one, right? One function. So let me quickly get this back in here, because it creates different tables. To include the new tables. So this is like store communications, store smart goals, store topic analysis mentorship of expectations, analyze communication style, create goal timeline, analyze smart goals, identify learning style, deep topic analysis. Okay. I'm still blown away on like how complex this whole thing got. To be completely honest, that's actually cool. How quickly can I? Like, for everyone on LinkedIn, thanks for listening, but I'll stop sharing this on LinkedIn because I think it might be too long. And therefore, yeah, see me on Twitch and YouTube. Okay, back to our actually. So let me quickly switch this. Mentor. There we go. Wait. That's so dumb. Okay. We'll see. Good. Get completion. I think we will still need to put in some work to get this actually good. And I think that's where he got lost, is like, he had this file here, and then he had all these functions describing, and then he just ignored basically this one. Yeah, that's what long contexts will do to AI, I guess. Okay, but back to what we're actually here for. Let's quickly get rid of this one. And let's run demo. Cannot import name result from Swarm. Is it because Swarm is not installed properly? But I did install it, right? I had it here. I have really noticed that my Conda environments sometimes just not activate properly, even if they are shown as activated. Because this should not be shown anymore. No, that's not what I wanted. I wanted Conda activate. Oh, no, now he got this. Okay. Let's try again. Ah, that looks different. He still cannot import result from Swarm. Where does he have this from? Let me quickly... Swarm agent, table of contents. Where is... Where does he have the results stuff from? Okay, we ask him. It. Yeah, an incorrect assumption. Okay, thank you. Thanks for nothing. Simplified agents to return to the agent directly, kept the functionality the same. Jesus Christ, no. No model definition needed. Okay. Let's go. Okay, B manager. Go ahead. Extraction agent. Go ahead. And then we got the research agent. Okay. Das kinda name research instructions, functions, search, validate, okay, transfer. Yeah, okay, cool. Transfer to manager. Transfer to manager sounds kind of fun. Run Pi. Okay. The API client must be API key. Okay. I guess it's not loading the .env file properly. Yeah, I think that's a task for Cursor. Instruction. Factor the code to use the .env file. Oh, there is already a .env file. Let me quickly check this. Sorry. Don't want to leak anything. Reject. From yours. Okay. Yes. So hiding this was actually a good idea. Back to the screen. Okay. Now let's go ahead and the API client. So let's clear this out and try again. No module name .env. Yeah, that's actually correct. Install. Is it like .env library? Yeah, Python.env. That's the library. What happened? Okay. No. That should have worked. This is not necessary. Okay. Import name. I don't get why the imports are breaking. That's so dumb. Okay, we close this out. We don't do this, of course. We don't. Oh, did I not? Did I not save? What's this? My... Why is like... Okay, let's check again. Simplify KB images now called... What the fuck? Jesus Christ. Why does simplify extraction agent? Maybe that was just me not being able to copy paste. Sorry for that. That was dumb. Okay, let's try again. Okay. Interesting. So, where did we break? Running large bus demo, processing conversation, processing initial setup conversation. KB creator run py. Setup conversation, demo transcript, user ID, demo user. And then he got to line 39 in process setup conversation, enhanced topic, identifying learning style. Okay, so he JSON loads response. Means that get completion is not a JSON. So let's see. Please. At JSON mode checkout at docs OpenAI. There we go. So let's see. Oh, fuck me. Sorry. Jesus Christ. Only change the menu. Only add the necessary code. Do not change anything else, you dumb idiot. I like to swear to the AI. Doesn't seem to take it personally. What is he doing? Jason. Why? Why are you fucking dumb? Reject all, like. Please add Jason or check out the OpenAI. Check out OpenAI. Only add the necessary code to not change anything else. Always return Jason. I hate this. It's just one setting. I like that's the point. Like, you would have been far better off just adding this. And now, like, this is completely garbage. So let's just remove this. We don't need to ensure anything because it's working in JSON mode anyway. Okay, let's see. This one I think Cursor really needs to get through, because like these, like, always changing stuff that's completely non-related to what we're actually aiming for, that like drives me nuts all the time. I did for another project, for a bigger one, I did a Cursor rules file, which helped a lot. And I think I even have some general settings set up. It does not really seem to ignore them, right? Unique constraint failed. Oh, interesting. Now we have some actually real error here. Topic analysis store, topic analysis. Okay, let's see. Okay. So I just want one successful run, then we are done for today. And later I have to record a podcast, so I need to get my voice a quick break. That's what we are doing here, actually. Analysis ID, topic ID, date now, .time. I think that's dumb. But let's just take it for now. So because I don't think that he would go and have the same date time. No. Well, let's see. Seems to be a unique constraint. String indices must be integer, not string. That sounds like a really weird error. Like, string indices must be integers. Wait, what? But yeah, worked well the first way. Like, now fix this. Sometimes it feels a bit draggy, but like thinking about, like, that's what you get when you try to get too much at once. Like, I should have broken this down more. Not a good example of me using AI, to be honest. So I'll try to be better next time. Okay, I get the same. Goal description. Let's get goal. Search. Specific measurable achievable. What? Interesting. Okay. This got to a point where I'm not actually sure if I follow along properly. Well, let's see how far we can get. We still didn't get over initial setup conversation. So the whole search part and everything's still up for grabs. So, hey, where are we now? Must contain the word JSON in some form. To use the respond. Oh. Interesting. Okay, never mind. Then I was dumb. I actually thought I'm in the good here, but yeah, sorry. This point was JSON. Huh. Crazy. So, still learning, right? Let's see. Okay, that looks good. Retrieving relevant knowledge. Huh. Interesting. Now I think like we're streaming now for 2 hours. I think 1 hour 45 minutes that we work on that one. And if we got this working, then I would be pretty happy about that. Not gonna lie. Huh. Interesting. So let's see. Retrieved knowledge. None. Okay, that's interesting. I've gathered the relevant knowledge on what to learn first in machine learning and successfully stored into the knowledge base for the future reference. Here's a summary of the foundational topics: basic mathematics, concepts. The areas will help build a strong foundation in machine learning. Interesting. Now, let me have a quick look. Communication style in person. Jesus Christ, what did you do? Well, that worked well. Formatted casual. Expectations. Conversational immediate. Mentor asks clear sequential questions, expecting prompt and straightforward answers. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I should have a look at the demo. So, goal improvements and nothing here yet. KB entries. Topic. User preferences. Content. Okay. Language patterns. What is he showing here? Interesting. Detail annotation, no. Okay. Learning styles. Smart goals. Is specific, is measurable. What is that? Like that one I don't get. Like smart goals. Is specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. Like what's this whole what is this all about? I think that's a loop. Interesting. Okay, that's for now. I think we have to dive in deeper here. Topics, artificial intelligence learning. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That was a first try. I think we got at least to some degree of research. But the results are still complete and utterly garbage. So I'll go back to the drawing board and see what we can do. Yeah. So that's for today. Thanks for listening or not listening, whatever. I'll try to improve on the streams. I'll come up with some ideas on how to get this better. Yeah. Until then.